We're here to commemorate the life of a truly outstanding police officer, one who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Detective Patrick Rafferty joined the New York City Police Department in 1989. It was at the height of the crack epidemic, when violent crime was on the rise, and the murder rate was at least 5 times what it was and what it is, I should say, today. Now, Pat's first assignments were in Manhattan, in the Midtown South Precinct, and the skill that he demonstrated in that command earned him a place in the citywide street crime unit, which was dedicated to taking dangerous felons and illegal weapons off the streets. No one did that better than Patrick Rafferty. He had 400 arrests to his credit, more than half of them felonies, and he earned 20 department recognitions. In 1999, Pat was assigned to the 67th Precinct Detective Squad in Brooklyn, and he was promoted to detective. He was known for his tenacity in conducting investigations, his calm demeanor under pressure, and his mentoring of young police officers. And he was, by all accounts, an exceptional member of the department. For that reason and many others, the entire city mourned Pat's loss when he and his partner, Detective Robert Parker, gave their lives in the line of duty 9 years ago. On September 10th, 2004, the 2 detectives were shot while handling a domestic violence call in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. Though mortally wounded, Patrick Rafferty found the strength to fire back at their assailant, striking him in the lower body. His actions led to the shooter's capture and ultimately his conviction. In recognition of his exceptional service and his sacrifice, Patrick was posthumously promoted to the rank of first grade. He was also awarded the police department's highest recognition, the Medal of Honor. And his name has been enshrined on the police memorial walls in New York City, in Albany, and in Washington, D.C. Today we add one more assurance that Detective Rafferty's legacy will not be forgotten. And thanks to the public officials that you see here, in a few moments, we'll unveil a street sign bearing his name here in the community that he called home, here on the street where he lived, so that residents and visitors alike will always be reminded of his heroism and his vital contributions to public safety. I want Pat's wife, Eileen, their children, and all the members of the Rafferty family to know that the entire New York City Police Department stands with you now and forever, in solidarity and in loving memory of your husband, your father, your brother. So may God bless you, and may God bless Detective Patrick Rafferty, and may God bless the men and women of law enforcement who carry on his work. I want to thank all of you for being here today. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Thank you for being here today. Commissioner, and to the men and women of the New York City Police Department, thank you for taking the time to come out for this special day. Know that the people of New York City and the commuters that travel into New York City every day are safer and better off for your leadership, so thank you very much for that, and thank you all for being here. Also want to recognize Councilman Steve Flatterin, who joined us today, as well as the Islip Fire Department. And I want to thank Suffolk County Police Officer Jim Spadaro. I don't know if he's here today, Is he here? Jim brought us the idea of naming this street after Detective Rafferty, and we're very grateful. Jim, thank you. You know, most of us go to work every day, and our families, our loved ones expect us to come home at the end of the day, safe and sound. Not so for the families of our New York City police officers and police officers throughout our country, not so for our military folks, not so for our firemen. There's always that chance that Dad won't come home. Now, I didn't have the privilege of knowing Detective Patrick Rafferty. I know his family quite well. We're neighbors in this community. But we all have a little bit of Patrick Rafferty in our hearts, because Patrick Rafferty is America. And in losing him 9 years ago, each of us lost a little bit of ourselves, and America lost a hero. Eileen and family, our prayers are always with you, and with the families of the men and women who put themselves in harm's way for our safety. Thank you to the town of Islip for naming the street after Detective Rafferty, and God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of a very proud Islip Town Board, I'd like to welcome you to our community. It's truly an honor for me to stand before you, not in memorial, but in celebration. In celebration of a hero, Islip's own hero, Detective Patrick Rafferty. The dedication of a street sign may be a small example. A small dedication to a big man. But as we stand here today, only steps away from the Rafferty home, we will now forever have a reminder of the heroic work of Pat Rafferty. At this place, we will never utter the words and name of the coward who killed Pat on that day. Nor will this be a place to mourn what Patrick could have been. Because today is a celebration of what Patrick was. It's a celebration of Patrick's life. And each and every day as our neighbors drive north and south on Saxon Avenue, they'll have the opportunity to see Patrick's name. And it will remind all of us of what we can be. It will be an example of what we should all aspire to be. It will be a moment where we can talk to our children. Not talk about the hero on the football field or the baseball field, but talk about what a true American hero is. Someone who, day in and day out, got on the train or in the car and drove into the city to protect our citizens. A detective who has over 400 arrests, as the commissioner indicated earlier. Someone who was bestowed one of the most amazing awards one can be awarded, the New York City Police Department Medal of Honor. We celebrate his life as a devoted husband to Eileen, and a courageous father to Kara, Kevin, and Emma. And as legislator Silmy said, I didn't have the privilege of meeting Patrick. But this small street sign in a little town in Bay Shore will be a remembrance of the courageous people throughout our country. The courageous men and women who are police officers throughout our country, and ensure that the evil in this world is held at bay. It's also a celebration of the most caring, bravest dad who can scare a bear from a campsite and convince a young boy that his dad will always be there to protect him. This is the type of people we aspire to be. We aspire to be the Patrick Raffertys of the world. So today we celebrate Patrick Rafferty, the detective. We celebrate Patrick Rafferty, the husband. And most important, because I'm a dad, we celebrate Patrick, the bear-chasing dad. And to steal a quote from one of Patrick's friends, who I believe is here, Joe Calabresi, the only things that won't miss Pat are the ducks on Long Island, the rabbits in Maine, and the perps in Brooklyn. Well, Patrick, you are missed. You can see it here today. But one thing is for sure, this community will not forget you. Your brothers and sisters in uniform will not forget you. And we celebrate your life. So I thank the Rafferty family for giving us your husband, and we celebrate his life. I'd like to thank the New York City Police Department, the Suffolk County Police Department, the Islip Fire Department, and all of the men and women here who made this possible. This is truly an example of what a community should be. So thank you very much. God bless the Rafferty family, and God bless this great country.
Stand hot! Present!